Right on. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so today you will need one block. If you don't have that already, grab it. Okay, one block, and it's going to be a Yang Yin practice. So let's start in a seated position. All right, so as we come into our seat, let's just take a moment to land, arrive. I, of course, like to sit on my block. This helps to take some of the weight off of my very sensitive ankles. Today we are practicing a lot on our block, so just make sure you have that. Allow yourself to just kind of sway from side to side, maybe circle your spine a few times, come forward and back. Find your comfortable seat. Now, you may have heard me say this before in the past, but think about starting your day off as making huge deposits into your bank account. So we've just like won this lottery ticket first thing in the morning, and we're putting those winnings in our bank account. And take a deep breath and feel all that richness move into your body. And this not necessarily is richness in terms of financial richness, but it's like the energy, the energy you can provide yourself with. And throughout the day, there are withdrawals that we take, but it's just simply coming back to this breath, this moment that we're in right now, that we can make a deposit. Just being rich from within. Now, if there's one thing that I've learned over these months of our new lifestyle is that we have the potential to change the things that are within our control. And that's what is also can provide us happiness and joy. But when we try to take control of things are beyond our reach, then that's when we choose to be in suffering. So that's a choice you can make. And today, as we move through this practice, you can choose which seat you'd like to take. And maybe thread that in and out through your day. Let's take 4 deep breaths here. Notice how this feels to awaken your body with the bridge of the environment around you. So the breath is that bridge from the outside world to your inside world. And we can control the energy that flows in and flows out. Now, if your eyes are closed, just have a little smile. Maybe it becomes a big one. Big shoulder rolls. Start to blink your eyes open. Okay, let's come on up to standing. So take your time, wiggle your way up. You can roll up if you want. And just make sure you have your block. So let's bring our block. Let's come on to, let's go mid-mat. Let's go for it. Just go right onto mid-mat. Now, step onto your block with your right foot. You know what? Before we do that, stand with both of your feet on the mat and just take inventory of how it feels to rock forward and back, side to side. Feel the corners of your feet. So there's 3 corners in your feet, under the big toe, the baby toe, and the center of your heel. See if you can make those connections. All right, now step onto the block with your right foot. Just go to the lowest height first, and you're going to float your left toes on your mat. Hands can come onto your hips for balance. If you need to be near a wall, go for it. You can slide over. So we'll just find that balance. Now engage your right leg in a way that you can feel all the muscles hug your bones. And then float your heel off of the floor, or your toes off the floor. So my left foot is hovering. And then you can offer just a more controlled, gentle swing. Now stabilize your foundation. Placing one hand on the tummy, one hand can come onto you, maybe even the back. You can even bring it onto the lower abdomen, and just notice if you're swaying your back. So if you're swaying like this, control the movement. Let's go from front to back. Again. All right, now keep your hands on the abdomen and just lift the left heel up behind you. Keep pointing your toes to, or flexing your toes towards the floor. Actively reach through the heel. Grow tall in the spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the leg up a little higher. Now bring your hands onto your right thigh. Baby warrior 3. Now this might feel a little bit different as we're decompressing the left hip. Traditionally, when we come into these poses, we have both feet on the mat. So just notice how that feels to have a little bit of extra weight. Good. All right, now take the knee all the way through. So come back up. Knee is up at hip height. Okay, take a breath in. Exhale, float the heel back. And we're just going to go forward and back a few times. So engage the left glute as you lift the leg. Pass the right ankle. Float the heel. Good. Now, the breathing is pretty interesting. So anytime there's an exertion or where you need to activate the muscles, that's when the exhale is most prominent. So as we inhale, we come forward. Exhale, lift your knee up. Okay, we'll just do that one more time. Now this time, land your left toes, lunge into your knee, and then exhale, come back up. Good. Inhale, step back onto the toes. Good. Get a little bit lower. Exhale up. Come all the way through. Good. And we'll do this 3 more times. Try to keep the right leg stable. Good. 2. Last one. Good. All right, let the heel hang. All right, and switch sides. Might even feel like more work on the standing leg. So come up onto your left foot. So find that little sway with the right side first. You might even need to readjust your stance. Maybe you'll notice too that one foot is a little bit bigger by the way your toes wrap around your block. All right, so find a little sway. This is a really great way to build strength in your ankles. Now, if you're in Canada, as most of us are, we tend to wear heavier footwear in these winter days. All right, so from here, you can bring the right heel up. Practice containment. So bring one hand onto the front of your right hip or the lower abdomen, the other hand onto the low back. Keep lifting the heel. Contain the right hip from flopping forward or overarching in the low back. Breathe deep. Good. You can slide your hands onto your left thigh for that little baby warrior 3. Keep turning your inner right thigh towards the wall behind you. Good. Now hands can come back onto your hips. Sweep the knee forward. Take a breath in. As you grow tall, exhale to lift the knee up. Focus your eyes on one spot. Activate the standing leg. Now sweep the heel behind you. Come back into that baby warrior. Practice containment. Exhale, come through. Nice and slow here. Good. Inhale as we pass the heel. Exhale to lift the heel. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhale to lift. Hold here. Stand tall. Good. Now sweep the leg out behind you. Feel the strength occurring here in the outer left leg. Good. Now tap your right toes down and lunge into the back knee. You might need to reposition your feet. Good. Now exhale, come all the way up. Knee up to center, shin in line with the knee. Step back, take a breath in. Exhale up. Good. 3 more like that. Inhale, light step back. Exhale up. Good. Breathe. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. You'll let the leg hang and step down. Feel both of your feet on your mat. Pause. All right, slide the block out of the way and come up to the top of your mat for hands-free flow. Hands-free flow. So we're in the top portion of our yoga mat. Hands come onto your hips. Take a big breath in, stand tall. Exhale to pull your belly into your spine, support your low back. Inhale, float the right knee up. So just like you were in that start position, now as you exhale, step back. Let's come right into a double bent knee lunge. Good. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, straighten out the back knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, keep the left knee bent, lean forward. Float the right heel up. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, straighten out the left knee. Warrior 3. Good. Keep lifting. Knit the ribs together. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, step back. Toes land light. Crescent lunge. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows. Hook the thumbs onto the back of your neck. Stretch the sides of your body. Eyes can come up to the horizon. Reach your arms up and back. Take a breath in. Exhale, spine comes up to straight. Bring your knee forward, just like we were in that start. And relax down. Take a breath in and out. Hands onto your hips. Pick up your left knee. Same thing, other side. Take a big breath in, stand tall. Exhale, contract the belly. Inhale. Exhale, step back, double bent knee lunge. Find your balance. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, straighten out the back knee. Now, you might need to space the legs out. We're just finding a nice good stretch into the calf. Take an inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Float the left heel up, but keep your right knee bent. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, straighten out right leg. Pause here. Keep turning your inner left thigh to the ceiling. Breathe. Good. Step back with the left foot. Inhale, reach your arms up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, bend your elbows. Hook the thumbs onto the nape of your neck. Stretch the sides. Reach actively through your elbows. Inhale, reach the arms up. Good. Exhale, spine comes up to neutral. Take a big breath in. Exhale, float the left knee forward. Hands can come together in front of your chest. And set the foot down. Take a breath in. Breath out. Let's do that one more time on each side. Inhale, reach your arms up this time. Pick up your right knee. Exhale, step back, double bent knee lunge. Arms could stay lifted. Take a full inhale. Exhale, straighten out back leg. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, keep the left knee bent as you float the right heel up. Keep reaching through, end to end. Straighten out the standing leg. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, step back, crescent lunge. Reach your arms up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, hook the thumbs onto the nape of the neck. Lengthen the neck. Reach your arms back. Feel a huge opening in this back bend. Good. Exhale, spine comes up to neutral. Take a big breath in. Exhale, float the knee all the way through, hands in front of your chest. Good. Set your foot down. Big breath in. And breath out. Good. Hands come up in front of your heart. Left knee floats up. Take an inhale, stand tall. Exhale, step back. Arms could reach over your head at any point whenever you're ready. Double bent knee lunge. Take a breath in. Exhale, straighten out the back knee. Lean forward. Inhale. Exhale, float the left heel up. Keep the right knee bent. Breathe in for length. Exhale, straighten out the right knee. Keep turning your inner thigh to the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, step back, crescent lunge. Reach your arms up to the sky and then bend your elbows to hook the thumbs onto the neck. Get longer into the sides, into your flank. Inhale, reach up. Yeah. Exhale, come back up to a neutral spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, float the knee through. Good. Hands can relax, foot comes down, pause. Nice, slow breath. Bring your hands onto your hips. Bend the knees. Take a step back with your left foot. So we're on the long edge of your mat. Let's set up for extended side angle pose. Lunge into the right knee, right elbow to thigh. Bring your left arm down and forward. So the bicep hugs your ear. Roll your chest back. Now the option is to take a bind. So you could take your left arm to cross the low back and then grab hold of your fingertips as you lean back. So that's one option. You can also grab for the waistband of your pants. Good. Breathe deep. Yeah. Now straighten out the front knee. Let's come into a triangle pose, option to take a bind as well. So you could keep the left arm crossing the low back as you roll the chest open. Yeah. Straightening the knee, the right knee to the best of your ability. Good. All right, bend into the knee, pull yourself up, warrior two just for a moment. Straighten out the right knee, turn the toes in, left toes out, big inhale. Exhale, lunge into left knee, left elbow to thigh. Brush your right arm down and forward. So find the balance here. Not a lot of weight on that left elbow. It's just there for balance. Rotate the chest. Then take the top arm to cross your low back. Grab hold of either the waistband, your hip crease, or come into a full bind. Yogi's choice. Find that comfortable spot where you're still meeting challenge and a nice stretch. Not too much weight on the left elbow. Breathe. So keep your hands where they are. Take a full inhale. Exhale, straighten out the left knee. Rotate your chest open. Good, nice full breath. In and out through the nose. Awesome. Soften the left knee. Pull yourself up. Straighten out your legs. Narrow your stance a little so that you're more in a wide spread position. Turn the toes so they're parallel to the short end of your mat and fold forward. Wide spread forward fold. Option to bring your fingertips to the floor, your block. You can also grab hold of your big toes with your middle and index fingers. Take a breath in. Exhale to pull. Float the shoulders up to the ceiling. Roll the weight into the balls of your feet. Yeah, keep lifting through the bum bones. Soften through your knees and activate your quads instead. So those are the fronts of your thighs. Two more breaths. Fingertips can come back to your yoga mat. Take an inhale to stretch your chest forward. Heel to the feet a little bit closer together. Now turn your toes out a little bit so they'll be more like 11 and 1. Bend your knees, reach your arms forward, come into an active squat. So have a quick peek down, knees on top of the ankles. Sit up nice and tall and then pull the lower belly in. Nice full breath here. You can even bring the arms out in front of you like so. Good. So I'm going to turn this way and you'll see the height of the hips as well. So they're either in line or just slightly below the knee line. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull up. We'll do 5 squats here. Good. So sit down on the inhale. Exhale up. Good. Inhale down. Exhale up. Okay, 2 more. Exhale up, squeeze in a subtle tuck of the tailbone at the top. Last one. Inhale. Exhale up. Good. Take a big breath in. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Now, if you're still facing the wide end of your mat, turn your right toes to the front of your space. Crawl the hands forward. Come down onto your knees. Swing your feet out in front of you. I think it's about time for yin. All right, so let's just take the legs out to straight. Rock from side to side so that your sit bones, they naturally connect with the yoga mat. And then when we pull the flesh away from the sit bones, we actually can pull the hamstring away from the insertion point, which is just at the base of the sit bones. Now, because we're in a more passive yin practice, try to keep the knees soft. If you need to sit on your block, now is a good time for that adjustment. And just crawl yourself forward. Let your head be heavy. You can also use your block to support your neck. So this forward fold position, when done both actively or passively, you can actually see all the areas in your spine that need a little TLC, or in the back body, I should say. So whether it be in the torso part of your back body or maybe behind your legs, all those areas will light up. Notice how this feels. Now, if you can, slow your breathing down to ride out the longer exhale. Almost coming into a 1-to-2 ratio. So an inhale for 3 and an exhale for 6. Just let the body be so heavy. Might even feel this in the shoulder blades, in the back of your neck. And perhaps with every exhale you release, your body comes a little bit closer to your mat. And the toes, they soften. And your palms can turn up to the sky as well. So the back of your hands will rest on your yoga mat. And we're very used to breathing into the front side of the body. So just notice how your breath pattern has changed, or maybe there's an added difficulty to welcoming a full breath. Try to send it into the lower back, the kidneys, the adrenal glands. All right, carefully roll yourself up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. And lay on your back for a moment here. So bend the knees, slide your hips towards your heels, and just lay on your back. Just take pause. Feel your spine on your mat. So this is called resting pose. It's a nice alternative to Shavasana. All right, roll onto your side. It doesn't matter which side, just roll over and then press yourself up to seated. Let's make our way into deer pose. So bend the right knee. The shin will line up with the top edge of your mat, and then just swing the left leg out behind you. It's very similar to pigeon, except the back leg is bent. All right, so take a big breath in to sit up tall. All the weight is on your right hip as we are seated up tall. And then just fold over either your foot or your shin, wherever you feel the most sensation. Now you can always use your block. If you find that the floor is far away, you can bring your elbows up onto your block and relax this way. Now this is a more gentle variation of a hip opener, especially if you have knee sensitivity. Let your head be heavy. Maybe the tummy is soft as well. Breathe very deep into wherever you're feeling the deepest stretch. We'll give ourselves 5 more breaths here. 5 rich breaths. You can feel the texture as it washes the throat. And a layer of tension releases as you exhale. Relax the bottom jaw away from the top jaw. Soften your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. All right, and then come all the way over. You can lift yourself up. Now you can lean back onto your hands and then just rotate the knees. So we're going to flip the knees. Take the left knee over and so, oh, there we go. We're on the other side. Grab your block if you used it on one side. You'll need it for the other. And then find that nice stretch. You could even bring the left foot forward more so that it's more parallel to the short end of your mat. And then come all the way through. So maybe leaning over the foot. You might even come over your left knee or your shin. Shift the weight back into your hips. Now find a little bit of balance here. Even though our bodies are very asymmetric, we do asymmetrical things all day long. Like we sit with one leg crossed over the other all the time, or we step out of the car with one foot all the time. Maybe you're the one who's always driving, or you're the one who's always sitting in the passenger seat. There's all these habitual patterns that we create that create asymmetry. We brush our teeth probably with our right hand all the time. So try your best to find a little bit of symmetry from side to side. So we offer that balance. About 5 to 10 more breaths. And notice if you're holding that tension again in those subconscious places, whether that's, again, tightening the eyes closed or pressing your tongue against the roof of your mouth, or if your jaw is clenching. You can even pretend to swallow, and that will help to release that tension in the back of the throat. All right, so come on up, take your time, crawl all the way up, and swing the legs out in one direction so that you can come into your restful Shavasana, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe if you wanted to take any last poses, if you have extra time today, a nice supported bridge would feel pretty good to release your low back from some of those forward folds. So if you want to do that, you can. You could come into Shavasana or seated. Just allow your body to absorb all the shapes you've just taken. It's like when we come into Shavasana, we're creating a buffer zone from this practice that we've created for ourselves before we take our yoga into our real world, so our practice off the mat. Now, as we start to move throughout the day, keep investing in yourself, keep making those deposits of mindfulness. Okay. Taking deep breaths, maybe it's just a second, closing your eyes to dive into your breathing, regroup, recenter. Thank you all for your energy, for your time. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow for Slow Flow. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Namaste.